Hello and welcome to the first late summer class, and it is the first day of late summer, so that's perfect. I am going to just take you through the props you might need today. You're going to need 2 bricks possibly if you need them for long lunges. Perhaps you want a flat block if you've got one handy, and a blanket is always nice to have as well. So I'm going to use my flat block just to find a comfortable seat. So I'm just tipping myself off the edge so that my lower spine is nice and long, the pelvis is tipped forward a little. And we'll just take you through the elements of late summer that we'll be working with. So late summer runs from the 21st of August until the 21st of October. It's a time in the season where we might be feeling a little low, and that's really because there's been a shift in energy, that the up energy of summer is starting just to turn and come back down again. The days are getting a little bit shorter, the weather's turning a little bit, trees are turning, you may be sensing that, and the flowers have perhaps bloomed to their best. So there is a definite shift in energy coming back into centre and a bit of a slowing down. So don't let it get you down, just embrace the beauty of late summer season and just know that it's okay to slow down a little, and we don't need to have that fire energy of summer. So the organs that are associated with late summer are stomach and spleen. The stomach is the downward energy, and the meridian line runs from the eye down to the corner of the mouth, up to the temple, to the jaw, through the jaw again, through the throat, through the centre of the body, then crossing outward to the outsides of the legs, coming through the front of the ankle through to second toe. The spleen energy is our upward energy, so that's coming from the inside of the big toe, inside of the leg, running up, crossing through that hip crease groin area, and then coming up the sides of the torso, but still the front of the torso, up just beyond the armpit, and then back down into the armpit. So we'll be working those 2 meridians in our very simple practice today. We'll also do a little bit of work on the arms, which was our full summer meridian lines. So without further ado, let's come into our practice. We're going to start in child's posture. So you're going to get whatever props you need for that to be comfortable for you. And if it's really not a comfortable position for you, you're welcome just to come on your back. So you want the knees wide if they can be, to start stretching into that inner leg line. Toes are together, and then just coming forward. So if you're comfortable to, you're just stretching the arms out. Perhaps the forehead can come down to the floor to rest. Maybe you need to bend the elbows a little and have the forearms down. It might be that you need to pad the head a little bit, maybe just with your fists, or it might be that if the bottom can't come back to the heels, you know that you need a few more props to become comfortable. So maybe it's a block and a blanket placed under the forehead, and the elbows can just help settle you down. But can you still try and find a little bit of a stretch into the legs? Still a thought to the bottom, slowly coming back towards the heels wherever you are, and the shoulders are down the back. So wherever you are, with whatever props you need, can you get comfortable? And we'll start the class as we always do with a little ting of the bells, and then we can come into our breath. So settling in, getting comfortable. Lovely. So as you are there, can you just settle into your breath? Can you sense that the inhale can fill the back of the body, back of the ribs, expansion? Perhaps the breath can reach all the way down towards your hips and lower back. There's a bit of a pause, and then on the exhale, as you release everything, soften everything, find that pause at the end of exhale that you can rest into and relax into before the next inhale comes. You're inhaling and expanding ribs, back of ribs, front of ribs, all the way down to the base of the spine. Tummy swells, and on the exhale, soften, release. Just notice the breath, really get in touch with yourself. So can you count that long, slow inhale? Perhaps finding a pause at the top. It might just be a millisecond, and that's fine. And then on the exhale, you're softening, releasing. And really find that pause of exhale before the inhale comes in again. And then you can count the inhale, find the pause, count the exhale, it's probably longer than the inhale. Count the pause, keep going with your breath. Whatever stretch you feel in the body, perhaps you can breathe into that feeling of stretch. And on the exhale, can you soften that area perhaps a little? Lovely, one more breath. Lovely, without disturbing the breath too much, keep that going. You're just going to come up into your neutral cat position. So all fours. If you know you like to pad the knees, it's always quite a nice idea. You can place your blanket under your knees. Knees are underneath the hips. You look through the legs and you can't see the feet. Hands are beautifully spread under the shoulders. You're spreading from the waist of the hand, opening up the fingers from there. Imagining a puff of air underneath the palms, and around that puff of air we've got a sort of sucker of connection onto the floor, so the base of the fingers, the base of the wrist is a suction pad around that puff of air. The shoulder blades are down the back, the crown draws away from the tail, and we find neutral, and then back to the breath. So on the inhale, tailbone begins the movement, sit bones come up, lower back, upper chest comes through, and we look up. And on the exhale, can the tailbone tuck under, lower back, middle back, upper back, looking through, tummy draws in. Keep going with your own breath. Inhale, tailbone starts the movement, mobilizing each vertebra in turn with the breath. And on the exhale, again, tailbone starts the movement, rounding into that arched, angry cat shape. Keep going. Sides of the body are long. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, mobilizing, arching into that angry cat. One more with your own breath in your own time. Really connecting with that practice. It's coming back to center. We're grounding. We're really connecting deep within ourselves through our breath work. Beautiful. Next inhale, come back to neutral cat. Ready for thread the needle. We'll be lifting the left arm up first, and we're not coming all the way down the first couple of times. So on the inhale, lift the left arm and twist open. On the exhale, we turn on the spine. Can you grab opposite ribs, twisting around? Inhale to open. Exhale to turn. This time we will come down, so we inhale to open. And as we exhale, we turn, we bend the supporting elbow, the back of the hand finds the floor, and perhaps the side of the face can find the floor. Settling into thread the needle. So the supporting hand can walk out to the edge of the mat. You're on your fingertips and the elbow comes above the wrist. There's a gentle pushing into the fingertips perhaps to find an extra little twist into the ribs. And then it's all about the breath. So can you breathe into those twisted ribs? What can you feel opening? And on the exhale, can you soften? Find a little more room. One more breath. Lovely, and then plant the supporting hand, and on the inhale we unwind fully to open, and on the exhale hand finds the floor. Take a moment and then we'll go straight into the other side. So on the inhale the right arm opens, and on the exhale we turn, we stay high and we just grab the opposite ribs, making the twist. Inhale to open, exhale to turn. Feel the ribs turn, the spine turn. Inhale to open, and this time coming down, exhaling, threading that arm through, back of hand to floor, coming down. Side of face finds the floor, walking supporting hand out to the edge of the mat, elbow above wrist, on your fingertips, perhaps pushing into the fingertips to get a little more stretch into the rib area. Breathe into it. 3 breaths here, so in your own time. Really good. Lovely, replace the hand, and on an inhale we unwind. And on the exhale, replace the hand. Let's have heart opening posture. So let's bend the left arm and bring the forearm to the floor at a slight angle. That's going to be the pillow for our head. The bottom staying above the knees. And we're just reaching out the right arm out in front of you. The head can come down. So we're trying to get a nice opening between the shoulder blades. So the shoulders are level-ish. We're breathing into any areas of stretch. And on the exhale, can you soften the heart down towards the floor? This arm, there's a sense of it kind of wrapping round, that the armpit is looking at the other armpit, that we do in downward dog. One more breath. Lovely, and then come back up, swap sides. Right forearm comes down to the floor, left arm comes out in front, trying to level off the shoulders. On the exhale, forehead finds a place on the forearm. And then breathe into the stretch. So you should feel the stretch between the shoulder blades. Maybe in the shoulder area, and on the exhale, can you soften the heart further towards the floor? But it's passive, you're just letting it happen. There's no pushing. One more breath. Lovely, pushing yourself up. And if all of that felt fine, both arms can come out. If you think, no, I don't like both arms, come back to one arm at a time. But if it's okay with the arms, just have them both out. Armpits looking at each other, that slight wrapping. Forehead to floor. Breathing into the stretch. Lovely, and then when you're ready, walking yourself back up. Lovely. Coming back onto your knees if that's comfortable. So we're going to open up the groin area. Some of you don't find it comfortable to reach back behind you, and if that's the case, what you're going to do is a kind of modified camel. So the knees and hips are in line, shoulders above. The hands are coming to the lower spine and the elbows come in. And all you're going to do when we're doing our postures are having a thought to the spine coming down from the waist, but from above the waist, we're rising up on the inhale. And on the exhale, it's almost like the heart, we're coming up and over some kind of string. We inhale, ease off a little, we exhale, come back. So that's your posture. If you're willing to go along with me, you might perhaps need your bricks behind you. We're keeping the knees together-ish, there may be a little gap. The hands are at whatever level they need to be to support you from behind. And what we don't want are the shoulders collapsing in. So we're really opening out the chest. So roll the shoulders open, have the collarbones open. And then on the inhale, we're coming up from the pelvis to come up. So on the inhale, tuck the tailbone under, push the pelvis forward and up, open into the chest. On the exhale, come down, release down. On the inhale, tuck the tailbone, coming up. The others that are doing camel, remember you've got length in the lower back. One more, inhale coming up. Exhale, come down. Beautiful. Coming forward, everybody's coming forward into neutral cat. So hands underneath shoulders again, all those set-up points we had before. We're going to do very familiar stuff, toe taps, glute presses, and then a little bit of gate work and twisting from there, just to wake up the core, our centres, which are important. So send the right foot long, right leg is long, toes are on the floor, and maybe have a little bounce through the leg just to have a nice stretch into that right calf before we begin, and then settle, find that long leg, nice neutral neck. Normal inhale, and on the exhale, lift up the right leg. Trying to find length, the foot is active, the heel is pushing away, there's a sense of length from heel to crown of head. and you should feel your centres are switched on. You might want to stay here, that might be enough, but if you're okay to, you're going to lift up the opposite hand, that left hand. So on the inhale, lift up the arm, palm faces ear, all in line. And a few static breaths here. You're really pushing away with the back heel, reaching with the left fingers, crown of head reaching, tail reaching, breathing into it. And let's toe tap from here, 5 of them with your own breath. So on the inhale, toe finds floor, exhale comes up to hip height. Keep going, inhale, toe to floor, exhale up. 3 more with your own breath. Keep breathing, keep focusing on the breath. Beautiful. And then after 5, we replace the hand. We bend the knee so it's at a right angle. The sole of the foot is facing the sky. Knees at hip level. Normal inhale. On the exhale, we push it up. Inhale, just drop it a centimetre. Exhale, push it up. Keep going, 3 more. So the pelvis is stable. You're not dropping the knee too much, and you really feel the work in the glute. You may be feeling a little heat. Excellent, 1 more. Beautiful. Extend the leg, toe to floor. And then if you can, you're just swinging the leg around, planting the foot on the floor, pretty much in line with the supporting left knee. So the foot's pretty much in line. We've got it flat on the floor so you can see the arch. The supporting hand, the left hand, is underneath the shoulder, and we're just going to make a few twists here. So on the inhale, we're opening into a twist. And on the exhale, we're doing a similar thing. We're reaching for those opposite ribs. We're inhaling to open the twist. It should feel quite nice and open. On the exhale, we make the twist. 1 more. Lovely. Exhale and twist. And then we're opening the twist and staying open. Exhale, perhaps you can twist a little more. Inhale and reach. Exhale, let the arm come down. Tuck the toes of the left foot, and then just let the hips come back a little towards that left foot, if that's possible. So what you're getting is a stretch into the toes, a stretch into the arch of the foot, a stretch into that inner leg line, and you're breathing into it. Don't do it if it doesn't feel right. Nothing. You should never feel pain in yoga. So really listen to your body. 1 more breath. Lovely. And then come forward. Bring that knee in. Ease off a little, and then just a normal cat-cow to neutralize. So on the inhale, find happy cat. Exhale, find angry. Beautiful. 1 more. Beautiful. Find neutral, and then send the left leg long, toes on the floor. That little bounce into the leg, into the toes. Find the stretch into the calf. Should feel quite nice. And then we're setting up for neutral. Normal inhale, and on the exhale, lifting up the left leg. Pelvis trying to remain level at all times. Make sure that feels okay. I'm definitely weaker on this side, but I still feel able to lift opposite arm. Maybe you think, actually, that's not for me, so don't go anywhere you don't need to. Normal inhale, on the exhale, lift up your right arm. Tend to want to look forward, but can you look down so the back of the neck can remain long? Stay there for the static breaths, just concentrating on your breath. Challenge enough for the core to keep yourself steady. Beautiful. And then 5 toe taps when you're ready. So the inhale, the toe finds the floor. Exhale, it comes up. But they're slow, long, slow breaths. 5 in all. Slower you go, the more harder you're working. Beautiful. 1 more. Beautiful. Hand to floor, bend the knee, sole of foot to sky. Ready for glute presses. So normal inhale, on the exhale, can you push it ceilingward? Inhale, just drop it a centimetre. Exhale up. 3 more. Feel the work in the glute. Lovely. Last one. Perfect. extend the leg, toe to floor, and then you can bring that foot round to the side in line with the knee. It's flat on the floor, you're finding the arch. Hand is underneath the shoulder for support. And then when you're ready, the inhale to twist, exhale to twist round to opposite ribs. Inhale to open, exhale to twist round on the spine. Beautiful. Inhale, last time. Exhale, twist. And then we're staying open. We're inhaling to open. Exhale, perhaps finding a little more twist. Inhale to reach. And on the exhale, hand comes down. Knee comes in. Widen the knees, perhaps wider than you did at the beginning. Toes together, bottom back to heel. An opportunity to ease off your wrists if you need to. Stretching out the fingers, wagging the tail, and then find a comfortable place again. Find the breath, settle. So I'm certainly wider now with the knees apart, that I'm feeling a nice stretch in my inner leg. Feeling the breath being drawn down there. Softening as I go. Let the breath settle. Beautiful, one more breath. Lovely, and then when you're ready, coming up, let's get rid of our blanket and we'll find our first downward dog. So it's a neutral cat again, but the hands are now a little bit more forward of the shoulders. Again, you're spreading from the waist of the hand, finding that little air pocket, that suction cup around. Tuck the toes, then let this neutral spine come back towards the toes. Again, stretching into toes and arch. Have a moment, and then when you're ready, bring the bottom up. So I've still got a good bend in my knee. If the body's too far over the wrist, it's a lot of pressure for the wrist. So can you really send the hips at an angle away from the wrist, sending them high, sending the body back. You'll find less pressure on the wrists then. There's a sense of the shoulders, again, armpits are looking at each other. So the sense of the arm rolling around. Top there, the shoulder blades, armpits wrapping around. The front ribs are drawing into the back body. The sit bones are high, so you could even come onto the balls of the feet a little more, bend the knees a little more, send them high. And then now we're ready to start sending out the feet. So from the heel to the toes, finding length in the sole of the foot. Just padding out the feet, but you're finding length in the foot rather than jamming the heel down. Stretching out the back of the leg for the first time of your practice here. Beautiful. And then a moment where both legs, both heels pushing down towards the floor, but you've not lost anything in the long sides of body. Hand up the side of the arms to the shoulders, side of body to the hips. And then from the hips all the way down to the heels. Feel the length, tummy drawing in. One more breath. Beautiful. Look forward, bend the knees, little tiny baby steps that bring you to the front of your mat. Hip width and parallel. Grabbing elbow to elbow, nice ragdoll. High blood pressure, you're staying head up. If you're okay to coming down. Hanging from the hip crease, not from the lower back. So imagine another rope in between that hip crease, which you're having to hang over like that ragdoll. You can nod the head, shake the head, really feel that the neck is free. There's a gentle pressing into the feet, all of the foot, to feel the legs switch on, but not too much. Feel the ground support you, that upward rise of energy. Let's find half forward fold. So on the inhale, can you slide the hands up? Try and reduce the curve of the back. Find a right angle. So shoulder blades are down, crown away from tail. And on the exhale, coming back down into forward fold. Two more. Inhale, find your half forward fold. Forward fold. And then all the way up, rising up. Vertebra by vertebra, rising up, rising up, rising up from the floor. Perhaps all the way up. Exhale, hands start centering. Settle into mountain pose. Dropping the hands by the side. Find your feet, hip width parallel Push into them slightly. Find the 3 points, base of the big toe, base of the little toe, base of the heel. Pushing into the feet slightly, perhaps feeling that the tailbone automatically goes down. You're not making that happen, but by pushing through the feet, perhaps you feel the pelvis tips up a little. The front ribs are tucking in, shoulders can roll back and down, collarbones are open, shoulder blades are open. The head may be a little forward, so can it draw back a little so that the back of the neck is long. Crown of head is the tallest thing in the room. And then just finding your breath from Tadasana. On the inhale, we're pushing through the feet. We're feeling the breath rise up through the body, through the back of the body, through each vertebra up to the crown of the head. And on the exhale, can you exhale down through the front of the body, front of the spine, down through the legs, down, back down to the feet, firmly grounding into the floor. Connect with your breath again, counting the inhale, counting the exhale. One more breath. Really connecting to center, to ground. Beautiful. And then as normal, we'll just find our arms from Tadasana. So on the inhale, let the arms spiral out and up, pushing through the feet, reaching up. On the exhale, let's find our midline coming back through heart center. But feel the energy come back down into the feet. We inhale from the feet, rising up. Exhale, come down through heart center. Last time. Exhale down. This time we'll have some side bends. So on the inhale, rise up. If you can, you're interlinking the fingers, pointing those pointer fingers up, but if that's not possible, let's just grab the right wrist. Inhale for length up right side. Exhale up and over to the side. Inhale to center, grabbing left wrist if that's what you're doing, or just going over to the right on the exhale. Keep going with your breath. Inhale, rising up from the feet, find length. Exhale up and over. Inhale up. Exhale over. One more to each side. Lovely, one more. Beautiful. Inhale to center. Stay where you are, and on the exhale, arms come down. Just turning to the side, but you're staying where you are. We're going to float up onto the balls of the feet to strengthen the feet. So on the inhale, rising up. On the exhale is a slow lowering down, using the strength of your feet to slowly lower the heels to the floor. Inhale to rise up. Can you come straight up? On the exhale, a slow lowering down. Just using the outside of your arch, help with that lowering with control. Staying up this time. Exhale, arms out, palms facing forward. Let's have a twist from here. So on the exhale, turning on the spine. Staying high on the balls of the feet and the toes. Inhale to center. Head's just going along for the ride. Exhale to turn. Lovely. Inhale, center. And then that slow descent on the exhale down to the floor. Perfect. Ease off. And let's come into our first vinyasa. It's a simple sun salute A, just to ease into the body, and then we'll go into our main vinyasa for the class. You might need 2 bricks at the front of your mat for the later vinyasa, and if you won't need the blanket actually. Perfect. So settling into your mountain. Find the breath. On the inhale, we rise up from ground to fingertips. Exhale, coming forward, forward folding. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Lovely. Send the right foot back and the left foot and find the plank. If plank's too hard for you, you're bringing the knees down, but if you can, you're staying up in your plank. You're pushing through the hands. You're open through those shoulder blades. You're breathing into core, pulling into back body. A couple of breaths there. And then on an exhale, knees to forward, rolling through the thighs, untuck with feet coming down. Perfect. Let's find a good cobra. So the feet are slightly wider than hip width. You're rolling onto the little toe side of the foot, so the whole of the top of the foot can push into the floor. And with that pushing into the foot, you'll see that the knee just pops up off the ground a little bit. Keep that action happening. It helps keep length in the lower back. Hands are by the sides, elbows are tucked in. Roll the shoulders back so the chest is open. Keep them open. And on the inhale, with active legs, we rise up. So lower back is long. Exhale, come down. Don't let the shoulders collapse as you come down. 2 more. Inhale brings you up. Exhale brings you down. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Beautiful. Pushing through the hands, perhaps through the knees, tuck the toes into your downward dog. Find your form. Have a couple of breaths there just to find a good downward dog for you. Really good. We look forward, we bend the knees. There's those little tiny baby steps again to the front of your mat. When the inhale comes, find half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. And on the inhale, right all the way up, pushing through the feet, ground to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. So same again. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the left foot this time, then right foot. Find your plank. Maybe it's a knees down plank, but you're staying there for a moment, working that core. Crown away from here. On the exhale, knees do find the floor. Untuck the feet, roll through the thighs. Same setup, tops of feet, knees up a little. Shoulders are open. On the inhale, rising up. Exhale, coming down. 2 more with your own breath. Find your rhythm. 1 more. Downward dog, pushing through the hands. Tuck the toes, hips are high, sit bones high, armpits looking at each other, feel strong and long. Lovely. Bend the knees, look forward, step forward, finding your forward fold. Settle, and then when the inhale comes, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, heart center. So now we're moving on to a slightly different vinyasa, our late summer vinyasa. So the bricks might be coming handy now. So have them at the top of your mat, within reach. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to come forward. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, right leg and left leg. Find your plank again. On the exhale, lowering down, perhaps knees to floor or just bringing yourself down. Tops of feet down, shoulders back and open. Inhale, rise up, cobra. Exhale, coming down. Finding downward dog, pushing back, tucking toes, hips are high. Couple of breaths in downward dog, maybe walking out the legs. Beautiful. So we've got options here. I'm going to ask you to make a 3-legged dog first, and then your options to just stay in a 3-legged dog or bring the foot down to full downward dog and keep going between those. So you will be lifting the leg up, and then on the exhale bringing it down. And keep going with that action. If you're happy to go with me, what I'm going to ask you to do is lift the leg on the inhale, and on the exhale come forward into a plank, knee into chest. But just go at whatever level you're happy to do. 3 of whichever choice you make. So on the inhale, lifting up right leg. On the exhale, can you come forward into that plank or just bring your foot down for a downward dog? Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale into your choice. Inhale up. Exhale, plank or downward dog. Lovely. Inhale, leg up. Bring the foot to the floor, downward dog. And then bring that foot forward into a lunge. So you might have to come onto your knees to do that. And then you're finding the bricks at a level that suits your body. So we could maybe start on high. Bring the back leg up. Find your long lunge. So you want to be able to find the shoulder blades down the back. You want to have a sense of this length from crown of head to the back heel pushing away. The legs are scissoring in together a little to get the legs strong. We're inhaling in the long lunge, and on the exhale we have this long pyramid posture, so we're just bringing the hips back. Keep the neck long, spine long. Inhale back into your long lunge. Exhale back into that long pyramid, head to knee. Back heel pushing away from the toes and down. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Stay there for a breath. Breathing into it, so you should be getting a hamstring stretch at the front, a little calf stretch at the back. Breathe into it. Lovely. On the inhale, come forward into that long lunge again. And then keep the left hand on the brick, making a twist. So on the inhale, opening up the right arm. Exhale, hand comes down. Take the hands to the floor, step back, downward dog. Ease into your downward dog. Three-legged dog on the left side to plank or just back down to dog, your choice. So inhale, left leg up. Exhale perhaps into that plank, knee into chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee into chest. Last time. Knee into chest, and maybe the foot can just come forward into that lunge, or maybe you need to help it. Or maybe you bring it back like we did before, knees down, but somehow the left foot is going to come forward into your long lunge, and you find your bricks, your props again at whatever level they need to be. So the heel's pushing away, the knees above the ankle, the shoulder blades are down the back, chin tucked in. Legs are sort of magnetised together on the inner edges. Breathing into it. So we have an inhale in the lunge, and on the exhale, we just stretch the hips back, straightening out that front leg a little, or a lot. Inhale into the long lunge. Exhaling, hips back. Heel back and down at the back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Stay there. Find that long spine. Shoulders down the back. Breathing into it. Lovely. Inhale back into your long lunge. Keep the right hand on the block, ready to twist. So on the inhale, left arm twists. Exhale comes down. We find the floor. This time we're going to step forward. So bend the back knee a little. Hop forward. So you find your forward fold at the front. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all again. Exhale, heart center. And again, inhaling, rising up. Exhale, coming forward. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back, right leg back. Finding your form of plank. Maybe the knees are down already. Have a breath, and then on the exhale, knees down. Coming down onto your tummies, ready for cobra. Plant the feet. Roll open the shoulders. On the inhale, rise up. Cobra. On the exhale, coming down. Downward dog. Pushing through the hands, the knees, send the hips high. Find your downward dog. We'll start on the left side this time. So on the inhale, lift the left leg up. Three-legged dog. On the exhale, come through into your plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, plank, knee to chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, maybe the foot comes all the way through. Or maybe you give it a helping hand. Or somehow you're getting the left foot to the front of the mat. And you're finding your bricks for the long lunge. Settling into it on the inhale. On the exhale, hips come back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Lovely. Inhale forward. Stay there for a breath. Maybe the head can sink a little more this time. Inhale back into your lunge, ready for the twist to the left. Right hand stays down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, find the floor. Step back, downward dog. Settle into your downward dog before we repeat on the other side. Right leg's going to lift, three-legged dog on the inhale. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, into plank, knee to chest. Two more. Inhale, leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale in. Inhale up. Exhale in, and then maybe the foot comes forward. But however you do it, the right foot's coming forward for your lunge. Giving you a little moment just to settle into the lunge, to find your lunge. Shoulders back. Have the inhale there. On the exhale, hips come back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last time. Inhale into the lunge. Exhale back. Stay there for a breath. Maybe the head can relax a little bit more. Lovely. Inhale into the lunge. And when you're ready to inhale, the right arm comes up. Exhale comes down. We're stepping forward, so bend the back knee, step forward. Find your forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. All the way up. Inhale up. Exhale, hands heart center. And settle. Just let all of that filter into the body. How do you feel? How is the breath, heart rate, body? Just notice. Lovely. So we're going to come down through Malasana to the floor, and just only a few more postures before we finish the practice. So Malasana, you might know that you struggle in your Malasana. You might need a block behind the heels to come down. You can use the corners of the mat to come down. If you're happy to have the feet flat on the floor, you can do that. So the feet are wider than hips, toes out, heels in. Inhaling, arms up. On the exhale, come through heart center. Coming down, but keep attention to the sides of the edges of the feet. As soon as you lose a connection with the outer edges of the feet, the knees come in. So can you find the outer edges of the feet? You might have to stop here in your squat. That's fine, you're still finding those feet. You may be able to come down a little more, or even all the way down. Elbows can come onto the inside edges of the legs, the knees. Palms are together in Namaste. And we're just settling into the nice stretch into the inner leg line. Working a bit harder if you're higher up. Breathing into it. With a happy dog there. Really good. And then when you're ready, perhaps the fingertips can come behind you, but everybody's going to find their way onto the mat, onto their bottoms, knowing all the standing work is done. And we're just going to roll down to do a little bit of core work, and then just ease off into finishing the practice. So with that in mind, do you have whatever you're going to want for relaxation close by? It might just be your blanket next to you if you feel a bit chilly once you finish. But sitting up, finding this nice lower curve in the spine, we're going to roll down. So we're stretching the arms down, the shoulders are in the sockets. We're stretching into the little pinky side of the body, and as you do so, as you exhale, you're trying to keep the arms level with the floor, rolling down with control. The arms want to fly up, but can you keep them level with the floor? Keep reaching away, reaching away, reaching away, slowly finding the floor, gradually, gradually, gradually. Down to the floor, and once you get down there, knees are going into chest, or easing into the back a little, settling into our new position, supine on the floor. So 2 core exercises before we really just settle into relaxing and releasing. The first of the core exercises are crisscross lowerings of the legs. So the arms can be out to the sides and the legs are up. You really want a good connection with your lower back to the floor. And the lower the legs get, the harder it is to keep that. So really be aware of your own body. I can only go down a certain amount before the lower back starts to kick in. So just be aware of that in your own body. So we're inhaling legs up, and on the exhale you're just crossing the legs and lowering them slightly to lower. So that's as far as I can go before I feel my lower back start to pop up. So I'm inhaling my way back up, but you may get further down. So exhale, crisscross the legs, inhale to come up, keep going, but be very aware of your lower back. Inhaling up. So you should feel your core working pretty hard, controlling the legs, and you may just be coming to there, and that's fine. Just work within your remit to keep yourself safe. Keep going with the breath. Exhale brings you down. Inhale brings you up. One more. Really good. Lovely. And then have a rest. Knees in. Ease off. The heart rate will probably go up a bit. Breath rate going up a bit. Can you slow it down? So the last core movement we're going to do is yogic bicycle. So you're going to interlink the hands behind the head if that's comfortable for you. You're going to send one leg long, one knee in. And I want you to try and keep, actually do the other side. We're going to try and keep one elbow on the floor as you go across. So on an exhale, can you just cross the elbow to the knee but keep the other shoulder on the floor. Inhale back down as you swap. Exhale, coming over. Inhale to come down. Exhale to swap. But by keeping the shoulder in, you should protect the neck and make sure that you really are twisting. So the exhale makes the twist. Inhale back. Exhale, make the twist. Keep going. The lower the long leg goes, the harder you'll work. But it doesn't touch the floor. Really good. One more each side. Really good. And then once you've finished, knees into chest. Ease off again. Let's have a little windscreen wiper action. So the feet are as wide as the mat. Arms are out to the sides, palms are up. And on an exhale, just let the knees drop. Inhale to centre. Exhale, drop. Keep going with your own breath. It's very soft. Just easing off. Settling the breath down. Lovely. So let's have a bridge just to find a little bit of symmetry back in the body before we stretch off. So the feet are as close into the bottom as they can come. You may be able to reach down and have the middle finger touch the back of the heel. You may be further away, and if one foot's further away than the other, just match it so that both legs are working equally. So wherever the feet get to, that's good. Palms are down. And on the inhale, we're just rolling up. Tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back. Vertebra by vertebra again. Exhale, rolling down with control. So it's a rolling bridge. But can you find each vertebra in turn as you come up? So the inner edge of the foot pushing into floor, heels pushing in, ball of big toe pushing in as you rise up. Exhale to come down. Vertebra by vertebra, completely controlled, timed with the breath. This time you're staying up there. Inhaling to rise up. Staying up. So every inhale, we're sensing breathing into these open ribs. On the exhale, you're pushing into the heels, onto the inner edges of the feet. The knees are coming away from the thighs, thighs away from the ribs, away from the shoulders. Breathing into it. One more breath. Lovely, and then on the exhale, rolling down, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. Lovely, have a moment of rest. And then let's cross left foot over right. The foot is active to protect the knee. It may be that you're just lifting up the knee a little, and that's enough of a stretch, but if you can, you're reaching through either underneath the thigh or maybe over the knee if you're really open. I like to go under the thigh. And then it's number 4 stretch, so we're just breathing into the stretch, getting into the glute of the left leg, into the hip, breathing into it. Chin might pop up, can you draw it back down? Breathe into the stretch, maybe helping the stretch by pushing the elbow into the inner edge of the left knee a bit, but not pushing it too hard. Breathe into it. One more breath. Lovely. Foot finds floor. Replace the left foot. Bring the right foot over. Active foot to protect knee. Perhaps we're only just lifting the foot up. Maybe you're interlinking the hands. Drawing the knee into the chest. Helping the knee come out to the side. But everything feels good. You're just getting the opening into this right hip. Chin pops up, probably draw it back down. Length from crown to tail again. Breathe into it. Softening into the sense of relaxation on the exhale. Beautiful, one more breath. Lovely, foot finds floor. Other foot finds floor. Ready for our last postures, our twists. So send the left leg along. Bring in the right knee into the chest. And just keep a hold of it with the opposite hand. So left knee, right knee in the left hand. The right arm comes out to the side. And on the exhale, we twist over to the left. Breathing into it, perhaps looking to the right. Everything should feel good. Depth of breath, perhaps closing the eyes. Be in the breath. One more breath. Inhale back to center. Foot to floor. Left knee into chest. Send the right leg long. Just have a breath there to settle. And then keep a hold of that left knee with the right hand. Send the left arm out to the side, palm up. Now we'll inhale, and then on the exhale, over to the right. And then look to the left, perhaps. Feel that last twist into the spine. Into the side of the body, and close the eyes. Breathe into open chest. Exhale and soften. A couple more breaths here. Quietening the mind. Beautiful. On the inhale, come back to center. Bring the other knee in. One last little Apanasana. Squeezing the knees in, inhaling. On the exhale, perhaps lifting the head up. Inhaling, head back down. Let one leg go long, and let the other leg go long. For me, I'm happy to lie in Shavasana from here. You might want the blanket over you. My room's quite warm. So just make sure you're comfortable. If you want any other movements to make yourself comfortable, please find them, and then find a good Shavasana. I'm going to sit up to take you through relaxation. I'd like you to stay lying down if that's comfortable. So just lying there and making yourself comfy. There's room underneath the armpits. The legs and feet are just flopping out to the side. So you're settling into Shavasana. We'll just go round the body to relax it, each part in turn, and then we will come to the breath. So right toes are softening. The sole of the right foot is soft. Top of right foot soft. Right calf relaxed. Right thigh soft. Right buttock soft and flat on the floor. Left toes soft. Sole of left foot soft. Top of left foot soft. Left calf soft. Left thigh soft. Left buttock soft, flat on the floor. Right fingers are soft. Palm of right hand soft. Back of right hand soft. Right forearm relaxed. Right upper arm soft. Right shoulder blade soft, flat on the floor. Left fingers are soft. Palm of left hand soft. Back of left hand soft. Left forearm soft. Left upper arm soft. Left shoulder blade soft, flat on the floor. Stomach and the organs inside softly releasing, soft. Lower ribs soft and wide. Upper chest soft and wide. Top of right shoulder is soft. Top of left shoulder soft. Back of the neck relaxed. That hollow at the base of the skull really relaxed deeply inside there. Throat is soft. Root of tongue soft. Jaw relaxed. Forehead slips into scalp. Area between the eyebrows is soft and wide. Right eye all around, but deep behind it is soft. Left eye all around, deep behind it soft. Nose soft. Lips soft. Whole of the inside of the mouth is soft. Back of the roof of the mouth relaxed. Both sides of brain finding space. And the heart relaxes, softens. Whole of the body soft. Whole of the body relaxed. As you exhale and you're releasing into the support of the ground, you can feel yourself root down into the support of the ground beneath you. And as you inhale, can you have a sense of inhaling up from those deep roots into each layer of your body, rising until it reaches the upper limits and meets the nourishing light above you. Exhale, draw this energy down through the layers of your body into your deep roots. Inhaling from the roots to the sky. Exhaling from sky to roots. Now, as you inhale, can you draw the energies from above and below you as you expand? As you expand, can you have a sense of this energy being drawn into your center? As you exhale, can you direct that nourishing energy from all around to all parts of yourself? Inhaling, expanding, feeling the energy above and below you being drawn into a central point. Exhaling, sending, directing that deep, nourishing energy to every cell of your body. Inhaling, expanding, drawing in that energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy from the center to direct itself outward. Staying with that nourishing breath, with a sense of a smile being drawn in all around you and being sent outward into every cell of your body until you hear the bells. So hearing the bells, knowing it's time to just let that go a little, taking that deeper inhalation. Exhale, soften. Inhale more deeply still. Exhale, stay centered but soften. And then on the next deep inhale, think about wiggling fingers and toes and see what other movements the body wants to find. Does it want a good stretch along the floor? Or do the knees gently want to come into chest? Or one last little ease off, one last little roll around. Listen to the body, don't rush it. But when you do feel ready, you're going to roll over onto your right side. Take a moment there just to open the eyes gently if you haven't already. Keep a smile to the edges. And again, when you're ready and have reconnected with the room, push into a supporting hand to bring yourself up to comfortable seated. Trying to find a good seat, earthing into the ground with sit bones. Crown is high, shoulders open, fingertips to the floor to again find that earth energy. And then on the inhale, let the arms rise up, reaching down to rise up. One last time, exhaling to heart center. Inhale, sit bones to crown. Exhale, chin to chest. Namaste.